All right, so listen. The things you have learned, if you don't practice them, you will forget it. The things you have just learned, if you don't practice them, there is no way you will not forget it. So please, all right? Anyways, I've done my part. Can't come and go and kill myself. Let's do transcendental functions. Take down, please. Take down, please. Transcendental functions. So look at transcendental functions and look at how to differentiate transcendental functions. That's it. So let's start with this. Transcendental functions are functions that transcend basic algebra. That's cool. So when something transcends, it means it's higher than. All right. Transcendental functions are functions that transcend basic algebra. They transcend basic algebra. They include exponential functions. They include logarithmic functions. They include trigonometric functions. They also include hyperbolic functions. All right. So transcendental functions are functions that transcend basic algebraic processes. All right. Functions that transcend basic algebraic processes. They include exponential functions. They include logarithmic functions. They include trig functions, trigonometric functions, and their inverse. So you have trig functions and their inverse. So you have trigonometry, you also have inverse trig. So you can add trigonometric functions and their inverse. You also include hyperbolic functions, and I think there's inverse hyperbolic. So that's it. So look at how to differentiate each of these. We'll look at exponential, logarithmic, trig. All right. Leave hyperbolic. It exists, but it's not for you. All right. When you look at exponential functions, we're looking at functions in terms of, you know what to say, exponential. Something like y equal to, this thing you call e to power x. It's not e to power x, it's called exponential x. All right. So if a mathematician tells you exponential 2, what he's saying is e to power 2. This is it basically. So it's called exponential, that thing. If I say exponential x cube, that's how it's read. These are called exponential functions. How do you differentiate it? We'll look at it. Then when it comes to logarithmic functions, we look at how to differentiate functions of log and ln. Example, y equal to log x. How do you differentiate this? Y equal to ln x. So under trig, there are two of them, either a log or a ln. What's the difference? I will tell you. Then under trigonometric functions, you have the sine, cosine, tan, inverse tan, which is cot, inverse sine, which is cosec, inverse cos, which is what there? Sec. All right. Then under hyperbolic function, you now have the cosh. Under this, you have sine x. Under hyperbolic, you have hyperbolic sine. It's called sine x. It exists. Under trig function, you have cos x. Under hyperbolic, you have cosh x. All right. Under trig, you have tan x. Here you have tan of x. So it's just basic trig, but a h before the x. That's it. All right. Let's start with the first one, please. Differentiation of exponential functions. Right. Let's start with the first one there. differentiation of exponential functions, please. If I was teaching only engineering, would have done derivation. Let's get this done. All right, so look up, please. Look up, please. Let's do differentiation of the first transcendental function we mentioned, which is exponential functions. This one is very simple. Very, very simple. All right. Please note, when it comes to differentiating exponential functions, if y is equal to exponential x, note that dy dx is equal to exponential x. That's all. The same thing. If y is equal to exponential x, dy dx is equal to exponential x. That's just it. All right. There is a reason for this. There is a reason for this, which involves to prove it. So do I prove it is true, or why so, or do I mind my business? Which of them? Prove or mind your business? Prove, let me see end up. Mind your business, let me see end up. So should I prove it? So listen. Listen. Those of you learning with Dr. Chinedu, I am sure he's going to bring up something called Taylor and Maclaurin series, especially Taylor series. Now listen. Don't write these parts. Just look at what I'm doing. If y is equal to exponential x, when we say exponential x, what does it mean? Exponential x has an expansion of values. Exponential x is equal to 1 plus x squared over 2 factorial plus x cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the power 4 over 4 factorial plus x to the power 5 all over plus just like this. So it continues. There is no end to it. All right, just continues like that. Let's differentiate this. That means dy dx is equal to, now leave this one for now. Differentiate 1. What do you have there? 0. Constant is 0. Differentiate x. What do you have there? 1. You have 1 plus differentiate x squared. What do you get there? 2x all over what there? 2 factorial. Differentiate x cubed. What do you have there? 3x all over. Okay. Plus differentiate this. What do you have there? All over. Plus all over. Plus it continues. Now, let's keep that on pending. Look at this. We talked about something called factorial. What is a factorial? What does it mean? What's a factorial? What is a factorial? What is a factorial if you are doing like this? Are we conducting choir here? What is a factorial like this? What is a factorial? Huh? So look up. A factorial is the multiplication of consecutive terms in descending order, not just there, but such that each of the terms differ from the previous by 1. If I have this, 5, no. If I have 10 times 8 times 6 times 4 times 2, this is multiplication in descending order. Yes. I want to get there. These are consecutive terms. Yes. But is this a factorial? No. Why? They differ by what there? 2. This is a factorial. For a factorial, you are multiplying consecutive terms in descending order and they multiply by what there? 1. In essence, if I have 8 factorial, in descending order becomes what there? 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. All right, properly for context, a factorial is the multiplication, number 1, of consecutive terms, number 2, in descending order, number 3, such that each term differs from the previous by 1, number 4, and finally until 1. All right. If you differ by 1, you can still have times 0 times minus 1. This is logically correct. So you say until 1. We stop at 1. That's the concept there. Now let's keep this here. So until 1. Give me 7 factorial. What do you have here? What's 7 factorial? 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Did you notice something here? Look at this. Observe that this value, 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, is simple as what there? 7 factorial. In essence, I can say 8 factorial is equal to what there? 8 times what? Very important. Please notice. 8 factorial becomes 8 times this value is 7 factorial. Likewise, we can say 7 factorial is equal to what there? 7 times 6. Good. 3 factorial becomes what? 3 times 2 factorial. Very good. Now, having said this, let's do this. Look at this. From here, we have this as dy dx is equal to 0 is gone. I have it as what there? 1 plus, what's 2 factorial? 2 times 1. What's 2 times 1? 2. 2 will cancel 2. What do you have here? X plus, this gives you 3x squared all over. What's 3 factorial in terms of 2? Because what there? 3 times 2 factorial. Good. Times 4x to the power 3. This will become what there? 4 times 3 factorial plus 5x to the power 4 all over what there? Plus dot dot dot. Observe something. This becomes 3 cancels 3, 4 cancels 4, 5 cancels 5. Your answer is now what there? 1 plus x plus what there? All over plus all over plus all over plus, it continues. Observe that my final answer is now back to exponential x. 1 plus x equal to factorial plus this, the same thing. So in essence, if I differentiate exponential x, I will end up with what there? Exponential x. This is equal to exponential x. That's your reason. All right? That's your reason. Anyways, let's go back to the main deal. I'm clean. Shabi said he didn't want it now.
To get the complete video, simply join the first year students channel membership or get the Calculus Made Easy course from my website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses to get started. Both links in video description. To get the complete video, simply join the first year students channel membership or get the Calculus Made Easy course from my website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses to get started. Both links in video description. To get the complete video, simply join the first year students channel membership or get the Calculus Made Easy course from my website. Simply visit www.jonahemmanuel.com/courses to get started. Both links in video description.